The run to Thomas, and that's what we can't give up. One broken tackle, and he's off to the races for a touchdown. Okay, welcome back to Baylor Bear Dynasty Season 2, Episode 1. Baylor was not one of those teams that we had a Season 1 with 2 years ago on the channel. Never did a Season 2. It was the same with Missouri, the same with Oregon. Now that Oregon Season 2 has completed and finished, Baylor is the final team to play a Season 2 with, so they can get caught up to Season 3. Let me just introduce you to the team. I didn't mean to do that, but I guess we'll look at the preseason polls for this year. So Bama is number one, just like they were a year ago. The same is true with Ohio State. They're number 2, just like last year. Virginia Tech is 3, Oregon is 4, Georgia is 5, Washington is 6, and Washington is who we play against opening weekend. Nebraska is 7, A&M 8, Stanford 9, USC 10. We're number 11, North Carolina 12, Notre Dame 13. Louisville, Clemson at 14 and 15. Wisconsin, Northwestern, Texas 16, 17, and 18. UCLA, Utah, Mississippi State, OSU are 19, 20, 21, 22. LSU 23. Kansas State 24. Virginia 25. We look at the depth chart. Bryce Petty is the starter just like he was a year ago. We've got Seth Russell back. Of course, Chris Johnson is still here. He came in the game because Bryce Petty was injured in our Season 1 game against Kansas State on the road. Bryce Petty was hurt. Seth Russell was already hurt before Bryce Petty getting hurt. And so we literally had only one quarterback to play that entire game. We could not afford for Johnson to get hurt. He did not. He led us to a victory. He's battle tested. Lachey Seastrunk is back along with Brock Windward. Wilson, we cut Chafe, Devin Chafe. I think we cut him. And Glasgow Martin graduated. So, Matt Ritchie is our fullback. Robbie Rhodes, Corey Coleman, Antoine Goodley, BJ Allen, Levi Norwood, and Jay Lee are our wide receivers. Gus Penning, of course. NASCAR is gone, so Gus Penning's going to get the nod at starter. Maurice Porter's our left tackle, left guard, Desmond Hilliard. Kyle Fuller's our center, right guard, Jason Osei. Troy Baker's our right tackle. Sean Oakman's going to get the start, as well as Jamal Palmer. Sam Okuwachu is back as well on the right end. Jamal Palmer and Brian Nance, our freshmen. Bo Black Sears is back. Javonte McGee, Zarella Zell, Andrew Billings, and Trevor Clement Valdez is our defensive tackles. Avian Edwards. Bryce Hager, All-American returns. Eddie Lackey is gone, though. He went to the NFL. So David Nelson, a true freshman, is going to get the start. Well, hold on. Chapman has more awareness than Nelson. So I believe we're going to... Yeah, so just because he has more awareness, we're going to give Chapman the nod there. I think that's the right call. So Xavier Howard, the All-American corner, who had a phenomenal season last year. I think he was the best corner in college football. He's back. Keontae Griffin, the redshirt freshman. We have Patrick Levels. Marquise Scott, Tony Jefferson. We are super young in the secondary, extremely young. We have a strong safety playing corner. So we're extremely young there. We have only Howard and Griffin, who are the only ones experienced. Terrence Singleton returns. Prince Kent is gone, which sucks, but Anthony Webb is the starter for a strong safety. I think it really could be Terrell Burke, though. He's got more awareness. He is slower, though, but he's stronger, less agile. We're going to see how that goes. Kicker is Ryan Glover. Punt returner is Spencer Roth. Corey Coleman's our kick returner. Punt returner is Levi Norwood. So there's the team. If you're wondering why I'm so low to the ground, it's because I'm sitting against the wall. I'm not sitting in chairs anymore. I don't want gamer posture. So sitting against the wall is much healthier. You can reverse engineer bad posture. That is what we are doing. So who's on our schedule? Let's see. So it's Washington, who's 6. Oregon, it's a road game. Notre Dame, Texas Tech, Kansas State, OSU, Iowa State, TCU, OU, Texas, West Virginia, and Kansas. That is the schedule. We'll take a look at recruiting. Go ahead and offer Sam Davis a scholarship. Now, we don't have the insta-commit skill, so I'm not expecting anyone to instantly commit because that's not a trait we have yet. It would be nice, but we don't got it. So we're just going to go through here. And for those who have us first, we'll offer them a scholarship. If not, they don't get a scholarship. Oh, never mind. Eddie McGill, instant committed. Pretty sure we didn't have that skill. Guess I was wrong. 6'5", 276. He's our first commit of the year. The season's not even started yet. That's one for Moyer, the one-star punter scholarship. And we'll let the CPU handle the points, the allocation of the points. And so we will jump into our first game against Washington. We're favored. We're champions. We're going to defend our title, and Season 2 starts now. First game of the season against Washington, who's number 6. So I'm guessing they had a good year last year. Of course, we're coming off the most pathetic championship win of all time. We gave up 40 points. But we still won it 63-42, I think, or 63-43. Gave up way too many points. We had so many chances to keep them under 30. We did not, and so I was very unhappy with that performance. Hopefully the defense takes a huge step forward this year. We had our moments last year. I believe if we play at our best defensively, we can be top 10. I wouldn't say if we play at our best with the best defense, especially because of how young our secondary is. But we have potential, that's all I'm saying. This is certainly not Ohio State and Florida State, and even Michigan, especially Michigan State in terms of defense. Not even close. But Washington's going to go no huddle. They have Siler Miller. They're going to want to hand it off. And Bishop Sankey rips off 21 to get the season started. Not what we want to see, but again, we have a lot of new starters, up front and in the linebacking core. But we can be competent on defense. I know we can. Oh, back. And so if we can just be more consistent on that side of the ball on defense, we're going to repeat just like we did last year, win it all. Going to take off, and there we go. That's what I like to see. Siler Miles is sacked. Who is that? Is that Chapman? Yep, it is. Mike Chapman, the new middle linebacker, on the sack. Yep. I knew where he was going. Knew exactly where he was throwing that to. It's incomplete, 3rd and 12. Just go back to it. Go back to it. That's not going to be enough for a first. And he fumbled the ball. It's picked up. Was he down, though? I believe he was down. We're going to score just in case anyway. Singleton, I'm pretty sure it's going to get called back. Pretty sure he was down. He's short either way. He didn't get there. But defense has the pulse. Start the season. That's what I was wondering. And the Washington head coach is challenging that. I believe he was down, though. But we called the right defense. It went for birds. We pretty much took away everything we did. We don't get a good angle at it, so I'm assuming the play's going to stand because how is it reversed? You didn't even look to see if his knee was down or not. How did you know for sure if he was down? I don't understand. This is a long field goal, almost from midfield. Kick is up and no good. Defense gets a stop. Very positive sign for us. Seastrunk will get the first. And again, we're going to mix in huddle and no huddle. They leave Seastrunk open. Again, the majority of offense is going to be split between running and throwing. That thing's going to be different from a year ago. Of course, I played Baylor in Michigan State Season 2, and they gave me issues. So this is a sleeper team that we're dealing with. We're going to attempt play action, or at least try it. And nobody's open. We'll just throw it away. I'm not sure how many interceptions Bryce Petty threw a year ago. We didn't check that, but we don't want to throw too many this year. And it's inaccurate. That was a wide open throw, and that would have been a touchdown if that connected. From 45. You know, I don't think we can make this. We're going to try, though. Over. No. So both teams just take turns missing field goals. Okay, scramble and somehow get the first down. Very convenient falling forward animation. But that's really all their offense is going to be. If we take away the run and the short throw, they're just going to scramble repeatedly with Tyler Miles. Just gotta, put a lid on the defense. Don't give up the deep ball. That was the issue with us last year. So just put a lid on the defense. Think it gets slowed down, and it's 3rd and 1. I ran into my own teammates. We would have stopped him. We've got to be better, man. Got to. Watch for the draw, it says. We're down with Hager, no gain. Yeah, we took it. We took the option away too. I was guarding the pitch. Someone came and wrapped up Miles. 3rd and goal. They're going to go screen pass. Where? Oh, to this side? I'm there with Chapman. Everyone else swarms. Really good red zone defense there. To not give up an inch. They're going to try another field goal. This one should be makeable, though. They missed the other one. Washington scores first. Yeah, they were expecting Rhodes to catch that one. Easy first. Dudley caught it, only gets 2. Oh, now our Gus Penning, did him up dirty. Penning got 28. Did up the middle linebacker filthy there. Rhodes again. That's going to be the end of the quarter. Wow. Was expecting that defender to guard the player in the route, not Penning or Seastrong. Penning, he can run it sometimes. He's not a read option quarterback per se, but he can run it. Yeah, so do I. Don't want to take a sack. Don't want to turn it over. We're not running the ball enough. We'll just hand it off to C-Strong. And C-Strong will walk right up the middle and almost score. He scores. Touchdown. First touchdown of the year belonged to C-Strong, and I'm pretty sure it was like that a year ago as well. Our defense just needs to keep doing what we're doing. We're playing really good so far. Can't give those up though. But that's what their offense is going to be. Those little leak outs, the tight ends. Could have tackled him for even less yardage. Just missed. He went to the inside. I was expecting to go outside, but that was a crazy tackle. Being picked up and flipped up in the air like that. Yep. How did he miss? You were right there, Oakman. I have to see if you can just turn N-word and just avoid the sack. If I try that, I'm getting sacked. Come on, Oakman. We had him. He's doing it again. Bro, that cannot be their only offense. Just do that every time. Oh, I love how he swarmed on that. Thinking going nowhere. Way to get off your block. Play action pass. Howard thankfully tackled him out of the end zone. If that was a better throw, that would have been a touchdown. 3rd and goal. And they moved. They got nervous. And that will back them up. He's going to get sacked. He can't take off that time. And we get a second red zone stop. Javonte McGee. Great defense. I'm loving it, guys. I'm loving it. Truly. We look fantastic out there. And again, we have a safety, strong safety, who's only an overall 69 playing corner. He's our 3rd corner off there, and we have 2 freshmen. playing corner. 2 freshmen, a strong safety, and 2 experienced corners. That's all we got. And we're playing this good. It's because Morton, who I hated, KJ Morton, he's gone. Thankfully, he was a nightmare to babysit on defense. He would always get beat every time. Quick throws, caught, Rhodes. Spin, dropped it. Threw it too late. Oh, wide open, Rhodes. Why did you jump? Why did you do that, Rhodes? That was not necessary in the slightest. Wide open, Rhodes again. Washington having issues guarding the play action. We've not been stacked yet either. I'm surprised. Penning open. We're in no hurry. Washington will be though, because they've already been going to a huddle. We'll go this way. Nobody expects it. It's a touchdown. We went the other way. They're expecting it to go left. We change it. We go right, and nobody was ready. And Seastrug scores his second touchdown of the game. We're getting 2 straight trips near the red zone for Washington, and they only get field goals. Washington calls a timeout. I feel like we've done a decent job on Sankey outside that 21-yard run he had to open the game. Again, I just got to remember that we have young or inexperience in the secondary. We have to, keep that to account. This dude needs to fumble. He's taken off too many times. I don't know if I love being in this defense right now. How is that still caught when I'm right there? Shit on that. He threw it right at me. He threw the ball right at me. And Sankey is injured. And Washington is down to their last timeout. We'll say Washington has not gone deep yet or tried it. He's going to get sacked again. Sean Oakman. I'm so sick of this dude. That's all they can do, and they keep getting away with it. They can't do anything else. They're not even running offense. They're just doing that over and over again. Sacked immediately. It's Sean Oakman. His second. Now it's second and long. Don't even have time to pick a play. And he's going to get sacked again. Sean Oakman again. And Miles is hurt, and they're not calling a timeout. They're going to run out of time. They are running out of time. What are they doing? Hey, I thought Miles was hurt. Swallowed up, and they waste. They waste an opportunity to kick a field goal. Complete brain dead moment, and we get 3 straight sacks. Man, the defense is looking different. That was Sam Okuwachu. Wow. Again, stupid move from Washington. They had a timeout left. They could have just used it on a field goal. And for whatever reason, they didn't. They got too cocky, and we sacked them 3 times in a row, and they get nothing. Sankey's up for 10 wins. That's basically the majority of the season right there. And he's going to scramble and get the first. Is it too early to say that we have a defense finally? Again, Washington could have had an easy field goal. They already made one from a similar distance. For whatever reason, they got arrogant, cocky, and it's just another CPU brain dead moment when they get no huddle. It's like a glitch. They just can't do anything else. They just lose all awareness. Broken collarbone. We got it away in time to Richie. We were about to get sacked, too. Couldn't escape that time. We had triangle wide open, and surely got us. I got hit again as I threw it. Goodly, though, picked up 14. Since they're in his zone, we'll run it, and we'll get the first down. Yep, someone was going to be open. It was Coleman. 16 more. Petty having a pretty easy time passing the ball.
That brings up second and goal.
And Seastrunk scores his third touchdown of the game. Again, great drive. Play action, throwing it, running it. And Washington is in danger of getting blown out. But not only is Sankey hurt, but their starting quarterback is hurt as well. Meet him outside with Singleton. So Washington is down their starting running back and their starting quarterback. That must suck. I'm there with Hager, not fooled. Lost of 2 on the screen. Washington going nowhere. Jeff Lindquist. Is he a scrambler? Way to break that up. Whoever that was. He had the tight end open, but Lindquist chose the wrong receiver on that. And it's incomplete. That's their first time going deep, and we pass the test. We break it up. Washington will punt for the first time all game. Norwood. Seastrunk is off to the races. Touchdown. 50 yards. His 4th touchdown of the game. Having a phenomenal debut. They have no answer. No answer for Seastrunk. And this game is getting ugly for the Huskies. Washington, what is your strategy? Toss. And it doesn't go anywhere. I could have played that too. No gain on the quick screen. Jaden Mickens. Wait, Jaden Mickens. He went to the NFL, right? Mickens? That sounds like a familiar name. And that's not enough for a first down. DeAndre Campbell? Wasn't he a linebacker for the Atlanta Falcons? What is he doing playing wide receiver for Washington? I thought they were going to fake it. They won't. Second straight punt for Washington. Seastrunk will get the first. He's running all over Washington. 145 and 4 touchdowns. Have a day. Caught Penning. Washington is just in a blender right now on offense. They don't know what they're doing. I pressed that by mistake, and it's going to be a pick six. I did not mean to press that, and it's an interception to the other way. Washington has done nothing all game. That is painful. That is not what I wanted to do, but I get punished. Didn't mean to throw it there. Shouldn't have even called that play to begin with, but they line up in the same formation. Just wide open. I mean, guys, come on now. We didn't even make them work for that. They didn't even have to do anything for that. Now if they score again, I'm going to be mad. Get them forwards up. Disappointing end to the third quarter after such a strong start the majority of the game. They're double teaming Robbie Rose. They do all that double teaming just to leave him open. Goodly. OT pass interference there. And Bryce Petty was playing so good up to that pick six. to be caught by B.J. Allen.
Gain of 6 yards. That brings up 2nd and 5.
For a touchdown, I would be pretty mad because they had not scored at all.
That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Would have been nice to hold them to 6, but we get playing on Heisman. You're going to get punished for a dumb mistake. And Seastrunk will score his 5th touchdown in a single game. First game of season 2 and set a record. Pretty sure he set a record like that last year too. So this isn't anything new. But we're just dominating Washington. It's still not, it's technically not over. But we're dominating Washington though. He's going to get sacked. 4 sacks in a game. I think that's Sean Oakman's 3rd. Samuel Kulachu had one before halftime. What was that? I've never seen that. Interesting.
That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Yep, nobody open. Held it for too long. And I like that the fact that we're getting pressure early. First game of the season. You know, if nobody's open, we're not letting the CPU just dance around and stand there for eternity. He's going to get sacked if he doesn't get rid of it. But I like that. Just let it bounce.
That's good for a gain of 2 yards. That makes it 2nd and 8.
Gonna take off with Petty, Scamper, get 7. He really shouldn't be in the game, but he's gonna snap pass him a little bit. So Washington, you know, their offense only scored 7. You know, 2 field goals in the, well, really they scored 8. 2 field goals and a 2-point conversion. That's all he got. It's coming back.
Personal foul. Clipping. Offense. first down.
Almost that first game of the season, we look very good. Linwood's in the game now, and Linwood, the 25, our run offense, looks, just as good as it did a year ago. We look great. We look great on all fronts. We got Oregon after this. That's a road game, so very excited to see how that one goes. Defense looks much improved. If we play like this, playoff team. We are a playoff team for sure. We're going to attempt a field goal and see if we can make it. How far is the field goal? From 47, this is not going to be makeable. Yeah, we're going to miss it. We're going to try it, though. 47. No. No. Don't have the leg. Notre Dame beats Virginia Tech. So that's going to be it for the first game. We look very good. Very impressive defense. Look very good. We got 4 sacks. We stopped them both times in the red zone. We bend but not break. Made them punt. Got tackles for loss. Guarded the run well. Let's say C-Strunk went off 175 and 5 touchdowns. Our passing game looked good. Everything looked good except the pick 6. Take away the pick 6, we look very good. Of course, a fumble that was called back. But again, for the one time that they went deep, we broke it up, and everyone was covered enough to where the CP had to hesitate and hold the ball or sack them. Can't even be too mad. Bryce Petty, 18 for 24, 246. Did have a pick 6, 75% completion percentage. Was sacked 3 times, long as 28. 152.7 QBR. Received string of 175 and 5 touchdowns, 28 yards rushing for Linwood. Rhodes had 70. Goodley had 46, 62 for Penning, 19 for C-Strunk, 15 for Allen, 18 for Ritchie, 16 for Coleman. Yeah, Petty was just spreading it around. 8 tackles, 3 tackles for loss for Hager, picking up where he left off last season. 2 of those, because Hager is playing right outside linebacker now. Chapman is middle linebacker, I think. Or is Chapman? No, Chapman is right outside linebacker. Hager's middle linebacker. We made Chapman the new starter. He played good. He 6 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and a sack. 4 tackles for loss and 4 sacks for Sean Oakman. He was a beast. He didn't start at all last year, but he is certainly a monster because Terrence Lloyd was the starter, not Terrence Lloyd went to the NFL. Sean Oakman is the new starter. Sean Oakman at 6'9". 6'9". Of course, his career was ruined by a false allegation, I heard, or sexual misconduct or something, but he could have been a monster. He was a monster this game. Bird had 4 tackles. Samuel Kawachu, 2 tackles for loss and a sack. A sack and a tackle for loss for Devontae McGee, and a sack, a tackle for loss for Bo Blacksher. So, again, our defensive line is looking nasty. It's looking nasty. I'm loving it. Loving it. Tyler Miles, of course, brief game time is 144.6 QBR, 12-13, just 81 yards passing. 92% completion percentage. He was sacked 6 times, and we sacked Lindquist 2 times. So we got 8 sacks in total. That's ridiculous. 112.5 QBR or 112.7 QBR for Jeff, 5 for 6, 21 yards passing, 80% completion percentage. As long as it's 10. The longest pass for both of them combined was 24 yards. Of course, Sankey left the game early. 55 yards for Miles, 71 for Sankey. Jenkins had 49 yards receiving. Sankey had 19, 13 for Mickens, 10 for DeAndre Campbell, and 13 for Fielder. So Bob Cole is now level 5, offensive coordinator. And we had 2 commits, recruits that we had on the board that both commit to A&M, who we beat last year opening game. So we have Oregon, who's number 4. It's a road game as well. That should be a good one. Trying to save as many ranked opponents as I can early on. We moved from 11 to 6th. Go ahead and get the coach upgrade for offensive coordinator. Bob Cole, our new offensive coordinator, because our old one left. I think our defensive coordinator stayed. I don't think we weren't good enough for him to leave. So I'm pretty sure he stayed. Somebody was ready to visit, it said. So who's favored? Oregon is. They haven't played a single game yet. We're already 1-0. And so we're at 16 points per game, 16th with offense, 24th in rush offense, 20th pass offense. Total defense, our highest ranking we've ever achieved under Art Briles. 5th total defense, 14th against the runs, 7th against the pass. These are our best defensive numbers we've ever had under Art Briles. You gotta love it. All right, pivotal game, pivotal matchup against Oregon is, we're their first game. We're number 3, we're number 6. This is the highest rated defense we've ever, been. Hopefully that's a sign of good things to come. Of course, we played good defensively to open the season against A&M and Michigan, but completely fell apart at times in the middle and especially in the championship game. So hopefully we can get more consistent on that side of the ball. They'll get the run game going. Of course, these 2 teams, in my opinion, were the Pac-12 and the Big 12 versions of each other. They literally, played exactly alike from 2013 to 2014. Baylor and Oregon, they were identical in both. They had super high-powered offenses and weak defenses. Come out and pass. And Leurla's going to get chopped down. The run to Thomas, and that's what we can't give up. 1 broken tackle, and he's off to the races for a touchdown. Just have to be way better at defending that, and we can't give that up. So that's annoying. How just 1 cut, touchdown. Coleman is back deep to receive. And he's not down. He still isn't down. Man, and Coleman returned that for a touchdown. That would have been the greatest kickoff return for a touchdown I've ever seen in my life. He was floating on piles of bodies of Oregon Duck players twice. And if I would have spun, nobody was going to catch me. That would have been a crazy intro if I pulled that off. We'll go no huddle right back. Why not? We'll do it strategically. We do want to keep the game low scoring, though, because, Oregon is a nightmare to defend defensively. So quick throw is going to get caught, Penning. Throws off the defender. And we're going to mix the tempo. We'll alternate between tempo and slowing down. Gonna throw it away. Somehow I'm not going to get called for intentional grounding. It looked like it was, though, but I guess there was a receiver in there in the area. Really disappointing that we gave up a touchdown in 2 plays to Oregon, though. That's pretty sad. after we played so good against Washington. That wasn't the right throw, but Shock Linwood still caught it. And before we can get that to Penning, we're going to get almost sacked and we'll have to punch. And it's not a good punt. It's going to go in the end zone. We need to be, I feel like, in a three-man front. But I don't want to be one-on-one with Thomas trying to tackle him, okay? I don't want that to be my job. I want the AI to do that. I'm Derek Singleton, though, only gained 2. Again, Kent, both our starting safeties from a year ago are gone. We are completely new in the secondary, outside of maybe 3 experienced players. We have like 4 inexperienced ones. Oh, I'm going to throw that. And he's not going to throw it to Addison. Oregon is a completely different kind of no-huddle offense than Washington was. They're going to be way more difficult to guard. So our real defense is going to get tested against them and see how much we've really improved and how much of it was just a lie. They threw it right to Webb. What is Mariota doing? And Webb is going to take this to the house for a pick 6. The new starter in the secondary, Webb. And is he a freshman? I have to know. He threw that right to me. That was essentially a user pick. That was beautiful. Let's see. Webb. Howard, Griffin, Level, Scott, Jefferson, Singleton. Oh, no, Webb's a junior. Okay. Yeah, Anthony Webb, junior. Okay. He is a new starter, though, on defense. So the new starter on defense, replacing Kent and Terrell Burt, I believe, for Dixon, Ahmad Dixon, comes up with the play. And we did get pick 6s quite a bit, last year. Eddie Lackey got one. Bryce Hager got one. Kent had a couple. Howard had one. Sam Hole had a pick 6. Like, we got a lot of pick 6s last year on defense. We scored a lot on defense. That's a draw. We're going to get blocked out to play. Just swarm and tackle. That's all I ask. We made Thomas change course there. I was in the way, and that messed up his route. But he has 105 rushing yards, and the game literally just started. The game just started. He's got 105 rushing yards. Wow, I just got blown back. Did y'all see that? I was using the defender on the edge, Scott. I literally got put flat on my backside instantly. Watch. You guys have to watch this. It's comedy. I'm literally using right here. And I literally get thrown to my back by Chance Allen like I'm a little boy. A preview best and uncircumcised little boy. Well, it's not a blitz. You can't get there. And we're going to call timeout. We're going to get out of the defense. I don't like the defense we're in. Not a fan in the slightest. But we got to stop Oregon. Like, we have to at some point. We can't keep trading scores. Somebody's going to have to get a stop. They're going to lose 5 yards on that screen where we brought the house, and Thomas goes nowhere. Ooh, we're 1v1 everywhere, and I don't like that. And Mariota picked up the first. Just didn't have a spy. Tried to use there, couldn't get there, and they convert. What's a pass? He's going to take off again and get 4. Again, if he's going to do that, he's going to make defending him a lot easier. That's what he's going to do. We'll count for it. He's going to keep it and get only 1. 3rd and 5. Gonna throw that, and Kelly is short. If he would have caught it and turned, it was a wide open first down. Instead, Oregon has to go for it now. And we're certainly gonna. I can't get there with Howard. I'm completely blocked out the play, and it's a touch. Yeah, this is an issue. I came clean off the edge with Howard. I mean, what happened there? Why did I not get to him? Colt really got in my way, and so did Okuwachu, and there was nobody to the right side where we... Uh-oh, Coleman! Get it off just in time, and we get nothing. We're going to need to score. Like, that's a non-negotiable. This isn't... Like, I don't want this to be a shootout. We're just going to run the ball on him. Steven Truck is going to pick up the first down. Penning again, open. Just take your time, read the reads, make the throws. And we throw it right to Coleman, who I was not expecting to be right there. I thought the throw would be further out. It's not, and it's thrown right to Coleman. Someone has to be there to guard Thomas whenever they do that. That's it. Like, are we really not going to stop Oregon one time this game? Is that what's going to be the case? How did he dance around that and not get tackled in the process? He's got 138 rushing yards in the first quarter. Low key has the same stats as whenever I user him. They're the exact same. The exact same stats as when I user him. Yeah, he tried to take off, and Hager was right there. We went max zone on that screen, and Mariota thought he had a free cash just running up the middle. Hager was right there the whole time. He's going to do it again and just slide down, somehow not get tackled. 3rd and 7. This will be a huge stop. If we get a stop, this will be monumental. That's another screen. He goes down. Javonte McGee. And we got 6 sacks last week. And if our D-line gets active, Oregon's offense is neutralized. So Oregon's going to punt. After throwing a brain-dead interception while preaching about making smart reads and playing smart and just taking what's there, we throw an interception, we turn around, we get a crucial stop on defense, and we need to hog the ball. We need to hog the ball. Outside of that pick 6, we have done absolutely nothing on offense. How come they don't play as good on defense whenever I'm using them? Never mind, they just gave up right there to Antoine Goodley. I say Oregon defense was never this good whenever I used them. Never. Why are they being good for the CPU? Now they're in a 2-man under defense. Either that or cover 1. Block, yes, sir. Get the block. 79. If you blocked him, Lachey was to the house. That's all we need. Just get him going. They're still in a 2-man defense. Looks like they're in a man, I don't know how Buckner didn't get us there. He completely whiffed. He was looking like me on defense out there. That's usually how I always miss on the CPU. I get them, I touch them, no animation, they run right by me, and I get mad every time. Now they switched up. Now they're in a 4-man front defense. And it's spin with Seastrunk and get 5. This is the closest we've ever been on our own to the end zone on offense this game. Come on, come back. Somebody. We already threw the interception. We're not throwing another one. Chain struck. Another first down on that buck sweep play.
That's a gain of 11 on the play. First down.
Not there. And why is Coleman following me? Could have, went in, but was afraid I was going to fumble. City Strong picks up the first. They're in a cover 2. They were just asking to be ran on. Oh, they took Norwood.
Gain of 5 on the play. That brings them second and 5.
City Strong gets stood up. We need to go for it. We need to. A field goal is not going to cut it. It's just not. They went for it on 4th and inches, so will we. City Strong scores. They go for it on 4th down. They get a touchdown. We go for it, and we get a touchdown. A much-needed answer after getting a huge stop on defense. After throwing a stupid interception right to Coleman. That was our first touchdown the whole game, and it took literally 2 minutes left in the second quarter to achieve it. This game doesn't feel like we're tied. It feels like we're still losing by a touchdown or more. Yeah. What they're going to go to D'Anthony, and it's just an instant first down, bro. They're going to be relentless with it, too. They're just going to keep optioning their, all the way down the field. Oakman was there. He just missed. He guessed right. Thomas just ran around him. I don't want to blitz because then we're going to get caught if they pass. We're going to blitz. I told you that's all they're going to do. They're just going to option their way down the field over and over and over again. He's going to take off and get sacked again. Azell. Our second sack on defense. Again, sacks is the number one neutralizer of this offense that they've been running. Force them to a field goal. That would be huge. Force them to a field goal. That would be monumentous. It's wrong. We're there. Timeout. Lost the one. Terrell Burke playing the wood. And we get another stop. This is kind of long. I don't know if they make this. This is not a guarantee. It's slanted at an angle. And it's good. We need to score a touchdown and, to go up 21-17 because we get the ball to start the second half, not them. That's important because we get the ball to start second half. We took all the clock, score a touchdown, go up 28-17. They get the ball back with like maybe 3 minutes left in the third. That's a dream scenario right there. Terrence Mitchell was good when I played with him in the organized, but he was never like that good. And we really just wasted a goal. I knew something still was going to happen. And they're going to score a touchdown. Oh, they pass. Gonna get sacked though. And is the CPU gonna bug out and completely forget where they are and how much time left on the field? He's gonna get sacked again. No gain. I think that's what's gonna happen. If we stop him one more time. No, it doesn't. They pass. What? They said they were going to run the option. They throw a pass. The coach obviously lied to me. He said an option, so I blitzed, and they throw a slant. That's probably the a turning point of the game right there. Oh, he's beat! He's beat! Robbie Rhodes! That's the Terrence Mitchell that I know. He would constantly get burned, and he did right there. That's the Terrence Mitchell I'm used to, getting cooked on defense. Robbie Rhodes running right by him. And Bryce Petty throwing a laser. What an answer right before halftime. And we get the ball to start the second half. This game's been chaotic. This is intentional. We're not going to bring it out. We were going to give up to, we were going to give up points to Oregon anyway. They're a really good offense. Got a hand. So we've not taken the lead one time at all this game. We've never led. The entire game, we've not led once. Not there. Yes, it is. Coleman. They break the tackle. I thought that was going to get thrown right to the safety. It wasn't. Corey Coleman stepped in front. Petty, 2 interceptions. He does have a touchdown pass. It's crazy that we're still in the game. We should be losing right now. Oh, good blocking. Stingstruck gets the first. Thanks to Anthony Webb's pick 6. We have life, and we're still in the game. Because without that, this game is 24-14. And if we didn't get that halftime touchdown, this game will be 24-7. Completely different ball game. Yes, sir. 79! That's twice! You don't block when you're supposed to! And far side throw to Allen.
That'll make it 3rd and 1.
Doc Lemon has a foot contusion. Stingstruck converts the first pretty easily.
Gain of 4 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
Stingstruck breaking tackles will get 9. He's got 96 yards rushing. Nowhere near as much as Thomas, but don't forget about Stingstruck, who won the Heisman last year. Forget about him. Stingstruck touchdown. Nasty juke move on to safety. 1-on-1. And he's in. And we take our first lead of the entire game. What has Oregon got up their sleeve as a response? If only we didn't throw an interception, bro. The game would be 28-17, exactly as I said. It'll be 28-17. Why am I constantly 1-on-1 with Thomas? I don't like that. We're going to give up like 300 yards rushing to him. Like, our defense is just getting ran through. Hager's there. That's what should have been happening. We need more of that.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
Hey, number 8's coming. Number 8's Mike. Mike.
There again, it's a gain and no gain. Nothing. Now they got to pass. And Hager got him. The arrogance of Oregon to call 3 straight runs, especially on 3rd and 8. Think that they would convert it. They don't. They got a punt. Just in case they fake it. Hopefully, we hold the ball to the fourth quarter and score again. Yep, and we're starting to run all over Oregon like they've been doing to us. The safety Strunk's got 122. He's literally dueling Anthony Thomas right now. They're dueling. They're going to run the option, so will we. Except Petty is slower than Mariota and a lot slower than Thomas. Somehow nobody blocked him alone. He just shot the gap untouched. Wide open, Gus Petty. Wide open.
That makes it first and 10. That's good for a gain of 7 yards.
125 for Seastrunk. Seastrunk shoved out, got 13, and he is starting to rack up yards. I'm telling you, Thomas had 216. Seastrunk is catching up to him. Seastrunk is catching up to Thomas. Thomas had 219 or 218. Linwood's in the game now. Linwood gets shoved out the exact same way. He gets 8.
That makes it second and 2.
This would be a touchdown depending. Penning caught it. Get them 4s up. Game not over. We're going to go into the fourth up 4. But it feels like we should be losing. It really generally feels like we should be down by at least 10 for whatever, but we're not. We're about to go up 11. Seastrunk finds the end zone for the 3rd time and scores. And Oregon is down 11.
The Bears are lined up for the kickoff. Thomas sets a return.
Yep, that would be their go-to. The option, down 11 in the 4th. 2:24 means that Seastrunk still has a lot of catching up to do. I love how I just get no animation whatsoever. I dove right at Thomas. Literally dove straight at him and got nothing. Like, why are they still running the ball when they're down 11? Hader's there, no game. Guys, come on! This is ridiculous. It cannot be that easy. That should have been a 2-point conversion. I hate when the game does that to make it fair. Like, stop doing that. You caught it. You're wide open. That was literally a what game was it? Colts versus Houston, and like the opening round, where on the 2-point conversion, that Colts player was wide open and he dropped it. And I think the Steelers had a similar moment in the playoffs. 2-point conversion. Oh no, it was Mark Andrews Ravens. That's what I was thinking. It was Ravens. Mark Andrews drops a wide open 2-point conversion to win the game, and they lose.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
We just got to play keep away. As long as we keep scoring, we won the game. Like if they can't stop us, we win. But Thomas, bro, he's just been so annoying. They tried to sneak someone, and they couldn't get me. It's a first. Thomas has 270 something. Seastruck has 150 something. So we're both running on each other. Penny, I'm gonna go inside.
That'll make it 2nd and inches. That's good for a gain of 9 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
Taking the shot, and it's almost intercepted. That was not a good read. Threw it way too late. Why is that off your back foot, Petty? Yeah, Coleman had to make a choice, and he didn't guard Penning. That's going to result in a first down.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
We're not calling timeouts.
That makes it 3rd and 3.
Linwood is going to get stopped short. Oh, why is Petty Petty! Why was Petty the one running? I thought he was going to hand it off. Why was Petty the one running that? I should have called a timeout instead of just trying to audible. Why was Petty the one to run that? You're going to get sacked. No way! He caught that in triple coverage. That's what we're doing, game. That's what we're doing. No way he caught that. Yeah, Oregon's going to score. We're there with Singleton.
Thomas has the carry. Call it a gain of 2 yards. That makes it 2nd and 8.
Tackle him again.
Gaining 4 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
What are they about to call? A screen that he's not going to get it off.
Thomas is
4th and 4.
That makes it 4th and 4.
And Oregon will go for it. Thomas is in the backfield, of course. He's going to take off and get sacked. He took too long to make a decision. Who was that? It was McGee, it looks like. The effort. He was getting double teamed and still made the play. Javonte McGee is the game MVP. That's what I like to see. Wow, so after a complete brain-dead moment on 4th and 2 where I thought it was going to be a handoff and it was a QB keeper, which I did not want. I should have just called a timeout. Got into a different offensive set, score a touchdown. We get a huge 4th down defensive stop to hold Oregon to just 30. And that's a huge achievement, given how much we've been little boyed and talked through it by D'Anthony Thomas. Linwood's back in the game. Wow, what a game. Truly. When our defense when we needed a play on defense, we had to have one, non-negotiable. We got one. Got a pick 6, got 2 punts. Of course, the field goal, got that turnover on downs. Like, we made crucial stops throughout this game. That's going to keep us at 2-0, hopefully. What a game. Again, what did I say was going to be the neutralizer to their offense? Our defensive line. We got after Mariota. We sacked him a couple times with Hager, with McGee, with Azell. That's going to do it. Baylor wins in Eugene in a tight, chaotic thriller. It came down to which defense was going to make more stops, and ours did. Oregon had every right to put up 40, and they did not. And if we didn't throw that interception to Mitchell before halftime, they would have stayed at 24. 167, 3 touchdowns for Seastruck, even though D'Anthony Thomas outplayed him and had almost 100 more rushing yards and the same amount of touchdowns. Yeah, we're not gonna. That's pressing, but we come up victorious in a game that we should have lost. But Braylon Webb's pick six, or Anthony Webb's pick six, was literally the difference. Wow, what a game. Petty was 13 for 20, 144.6 QBR, 198 yards to the air, touchdown, 2 picks, sacked only once, 65% complete percentage. Longest was 67 yards. And that sack was just me running out of bounds and losing 1 yard like an idiot. I physically was not sacked the entire game. Steve struck 167, 3 touchdowns. Lindell had 33, Petty 18 receiving, Penning 70. 25 for Coleman, touchdown for Rhodes. He had 67 yards. That literally changed the momentum of the game right before halftime. 19 for Goodley. Defensively, this is where we won the game. Hager had a sack, a tackle for loss, and 7 tackles. Webb had that pick six, 2 tackles for loss, and 2 sacks for McGee, who's the MVP of the game, who got that sack on 4th down. Burt, 2 tackles for loss, and a sack for Burt. 2 tackles for loss and 2 sacks and a sack for Zarel Azell. And so again, our D line, who basically got ran on the whole game, somehow simultaneously just neutralized their offense right when we needed them to. We sacked Mariota 5 times. He threw a pick six and just a touchdown pass for him. 8 for 10, 167.6, 167.7 QBR. 89 yards passing and a touchdown. It's probably going to be our season low, according to an opposing QB. The passing yards is just 89. I don't think we'll hold another team to that low of passing yards. Thomas was literally 1 yard shy of 300 and 3 touchdowns, just unstoppable. Overall, 99 too. Like, I mean, what are you supposed to do? I mean, he's that good when I user him, so I'm not surprised. Literally at 26, 22 fast, and a touchdown, 36 for low. So our defensive coordinator, Jay Bateman, who we have the same defensive coordinator from Florida State Dynasty. He's now level 5. And again, our defense, hey, we got ran on. We got destroyed in the run game. But hey, we got stats and we got key stops. So he's doing something right. Because we literally just held Oregon to 30. We really should have held him to just 24. And we easily could have gave up 40. Like, that's a game that we gave up 40 plus last year versus only 30 this year. So Notre Dame is number 5 and they're 4-0. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and get that defensive coordinator update pronto for Jay Bateman to make us even better. Get that lockdown skill. And again, our defense played great. You know, outside the run defense, which was terrible. You know, we got sacks. We got after Mariota. The D-line. And we also got a timely pick six. You know, we got timely defensive touchdowns a year ago. We got one that game. That was the difference. So Notre Dame's going to go up-tempo just like Oregon. Maybe they'll be easier to defend than Oregon. I don't know. They're going to pass it more, though. I know that. Who needed to visit? You did. You're going to watch us play. Watch us play OSU. We don't want to schedule you too soon. There was 2 more you should schedule. Okay. Well, I thought there was more to you than that. To schedule. So Notre Dame's already got 2 more games in the week because we had a weird. This doesn't usually happen in simulation. We had 2 bye weeks stacked on top of each other, so we went 2 full weeks of playing no football. So typically you have a bye week at one point in 1 month, and then you have a bye week maybe like 3 or 4 weeks later. We had a bye week and back-to-back weeks, so we've not played football in 2 weeks. We jumped to number 2. They're number 5, so we jumped 4 spots after beating number 3 Oregon. That was 2 games ago. How has Oregon done since then? They're 1-1. Okay, I thought we were going to be 2-1 after they get done with EMU. Ohio State number 1, we're 2. Nebraska is 3. USC 4. Notre Dame 5. Oregon is 6. Virginia Tech 7. Clemson 8. A&M lost to North Carolina. I believe they got upset that game. The same week we were playing Oregon. Yep. And Louisville is 10. So this is a home game against Notre Dame. We're favored. Points per game, Notre Dame 27. We're 24th. Total offense, we're 33rd. We're 30th. Put rush offense, we're 83rd. We're 26th. Pass offense, 21st. We're 52nd. Total defense, they're 63rd. We're 23rd in here. Our rush defense, don't look at it. But our pass defense is 4th. Let's fight the Fighting Irish. So again, this looks like to be another prime time. Well, the Oregon game wasn't prime time, but this one looks to be a prime time evening slot game that would have been on maybe ABC back then. 2-0. 2 good wins. Washington, though, looks like they are 1-3 I saw, or 0-2. So their season's been derailed, but when we played them, it was top 10 teams. So we have 2 top 10 wins to start the season. Notre Dame is always annoying to play in football. And so we get the ball first. This is, I think, the highest rated. This is the earliest we've ever been rated this highly ever in program history, I believe. We weren't coming out the gate number 2 last year. So it took us some time. That was going to be open. How did they guard 2 people? How do they guard 2 people like that? I cannot do that when the CPU rolls out. Someone's going to get open on cutback cheese every time. I'm going to throw it there to C-Strunk, who's going to get 3 yards. He's literally riding him the entire time. That's pass interference. How is that not pass interference? He literally restricted. I hate that the game doesn't call that. That's literally pass interference. He literally was in his way the entire time. He's open. Look at this. What is that? And the interceptions continue for Petty. He had a pick 6 against Washington. He had one against Oregon. Well, he didn't have pick 6. He's had 2 interceptions. So we've not made the greatest reads to start the season. Objectively, we just haven't. Either somebody. Yeah. It's just a stupid cutback cheese, bro. We had the flat defended. If I'm usering over there, I'm not letting any cutback happen of any kind. We're gonna throw it. Coleman, go! Why would you stop and turn around? That was a touchdown.
Man left, man left. Three down. Mike 56, Mike 56. Mike 56, Mike 56.
That brings up second and 9.
We're gonna hit X. It's Norwood.
That'll bring up third and inches.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Let's go. Mike 56, Mike 56.
We're gonna have one-on-one again. Rhodes. Robbie Rhodes. That would have been a net. That would have been the intro. And he didn't score. Look at this. Look, made him fall. Made him fall like he was flight reacts, getting his ankles broken. It didn't look like he crossed the plane. I'm not going to lie. It didn't look like a touchdown to me. Are they going to review it? Yeah, they are. Yeah, he's not in. He's like a full yard short. That's not a touchdown.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Yeah, that is not a touchdown. Now it is. Stay strong. Gonna be over here. Yep. He threw it right to you, Howard. Right to you.
That makes it second and 10.
He won't even get it off. Bo Blackshear. Kind of easy when nobody blocks him either. And our defensive line has been the MVP, even though they got ran on all last against Oregon. That's not what matters. He fumbled it. Get it. Sacked again. Is that Black Shoe again? We're going to get this in fantastic field position. Throw it away. That's smart. That's smart. That's smart. Wasn't there. Man, if that linebacker didn't come forward at the last second, we would have thrown it right back to him. Right, he's going to score. He can run it. They forget about that. He's a very capable runner. But he's not a dual threat. He's a pocket passer. Two undefeated teams in Ohio State, Wisconsin. So it's a draw. And Burt is there. It's a loss of 2. Atkinson going nowhere. Why they call a draw again? And Black here blows it up. They lose one. And I love the way our D-line has been playing, man. They've been getting pressure. Pressure. Good. I knew he was going to do that. And it's going to be incomplete. Great defense. Keontae Griffin. New starter back there. Secondary freshman, by the way. Making the play. Thor will get it again in great field position and go nowhere. A very good defensive sequence. How do they guard everything? My players should stand still in zone defense. Theirs actively moves. Are we just passing it too much? We're going to hit Goodley. Beastron's been quiet so far this game.
That makes it second and 10.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
I hate that they do that. Like we just gift it right to them. That's annoying.
Number 16 makes the reception, gaining 5 on the play. That makes it second and 6.
Like for whatever reason, we have just been awful at interceptions this year. I don't know what the deal is. We overshoot. We knew where that was going, and it's still a first down.
Good for a gain of 6 yards. First down.
I see that should have been picked off. See, my receivers don't do that. They don't come back to the football.
The previous play is under review. After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Again, Helen Keller could have guessed that he made the catch that didn't need a replay. Wow, they just had 9 total yards. 9. Yep, I know it. I know it. No game. Should have just tackled him, but I was trying to guard the pitch at the same time. They throw it. Bro, we've just gifted them touchdowns. They've literally not scored either time just on their own without us turning it over. They've done nothing on offense. They've gone backwards. And they're in the game because both of our interceptions. We are running the ball this entire drive. We're throwing it way too much. We're not having any success. This is a They should have no points right now. I mean, they had 9 total yards.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
second and 8.
Bro? I don't know why they're just clamping up any and every pass play. I don't understand.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Just throw that to Penny. You get 6. We got Penny wide open. Gus Penny. 38 yards of complete bust in coverage. That's fine. We don't want to give them the ball back because they get the ball to start the second half. So we don't want them to have it.
Mike 56, easy.
What a throw from Petty. Tight window. No, I won't do that because I think my own offensive lineman is going to jump off sides. If they stop it, we have 3 timeouts, so we're okay. Which is exactly what happens. Hot touchdown to Robbie Rhodes. 6 seconds to spare. So that burned 4 seconds. Perfect. And it'll come down to just one final play on Notre Dame's end. And Chapman comes screaming off the edge. It's a loss. And that's really been their whole offense outside of us gifting them 2 turnovers. They've not done anything. That's twice. That's Scott, the freshman, who had an interception gifted right to him. He's only overall, I think, 69. He's not high overall, but I mean, you got to make those interceptions. He almost got sacked. And that was gifted right to you, bro. Gifted right to you. He's going to get sacked again. Man, our D line is just eating up Notre Dame's offensive line again. That's literally been their entire offense without us throwing an interception. Norwood back deep to receive. So it seems Oregon was just a bad matchup for us on offense, even though our defense did win us that game, because we're playing like our old selves like we did against Washington. Got it. Stay strong. Linebacker was just lollygagging at his head turned. Penning wide open. We're going to throw that fake screen. And Coleman is just going to be the most low IQ player of all time. Run to us and run backwards while doing it. And that cost them the first down. This should be a handoff to D-Strong. Eddie has, let's see, 5 picks, and this is only game 3. 5 picks. So, not on a great start. Definitely has not played his best. Singstrom stayed in bounds. I fully expected to step out there. He never did. Singstrom just tightroping that edge. That corner, yeah, no, he never stepped out. Defense, just keep at it, bro. Like, without the interception, they would have 0. 0, that's how much they would have. Oatman stayed home. He's not fooled. Loss of 4. Oatman was completely quiet in that Oregon game, a non-factor. Really, a whole D-line. You know, Blackshear, McGee, Azell. Third and 5. He might get sacked again. I'm not gonna lie. He could get sacked. Watch the Kodak. And oh wow. I mean, is Andrew Hendricks okay? Does he need to go to an eye exam, get his eyes checked? Because who was he throwing that to? Literally, like that was the most schizophrenic pass if I've ever seen one. He needs to go to I think it's called the orthodontist, eye doctor. That's gonna bounce. So, yeah, we just gotta keep doing that, and we'll blow Notre Dame out the water. Also, their offense though is not nearly as explosive as a year ago. We're not putting up numbers like we did. But it seems that we've traded that for defense, which I am completely okay with. I would take that over a high offense, no defense any day of the week. We avoid both of them, and because we did that and weren't supposed to, the game made a defensive lineman shed last minute when he wouldn't have otherwise. That's crazy. I knew they were coming too, and I weaved both of them. Man, I can't wait until we get the revamp dynasties going. It's gonna be so fun. We're gonna thread it and thread the needle beautifully to Coleman, who's coming across wide open. Yeah, we're gonna get the revamp dynasty soon. I'm looking at a timeline for that, maybe August, specifically mid-August, because we got to wrap up. Well, maybe earlier. But it's gonna be August though, because we got to get through all the season threes of 6 different teams that we're playing with. So that's always going to take some time. Yeah, revamp dynasty. The teams will be 2015 rosters and beyond will be officially past 2013 and 2014 for good. So we'll leave 2014 base game behind forever. And move on to a new era, the next era of football, which is the revamped era. We're going to hit. Al is going to be wide open. Yeah, teams in the 2015 era is going to be Oklahoma, Clemson, Alabama. We did Oklahoma once, but I accidentally deleted their file. So, they would have had a continuation just like everybody else, but they didn't after, that dynasty, which was like all the way back in April. So, Oklahoma, Clemson, Alabama, who else? Lots to see. Just 3 teams so far. It's not going to be Ohio State. It's not going to be Michigan State. It's not going to be Baylor. So, still trying to finalize and piece all that together. It's not going to be Oregon either. Oregon is not going to get another dynasty after this until we are in like the 2019 year. So, and after that, they won't get another team until the 2023 or 2024. So it's going to be a while before Oregon gets any revamped dynasty action. Touchdown, Steve Strong. And of course, Bama, didn't show up in the base game, but they are showing up in NCAA 13. And that Dynasty series has concluded by the time this video is Yeah. That series has been well over concluded about a week now. So, and LSU is not going to get another dynasty in NCAA 14 until 2019 as well. Of course, on the channel, NCAA 13 had LSU dynasty. So there you go. If you're an LSU fan, check out NCAA 13. But if you want them in NCAA 14 specifically, you won't get it for maybe in 2027, honestly. 2027 is probably the honest timeline for that. That's going to be the Joe Burrow team, and I cannot wait to play a dynasty and record that. That's going to be so legendary. Let's see, who else? Um, I think 2018 is going to have a dynasty, and that year it will be intercepted Jefferson. Read it beautifully. Jefferson. Is that a freshman? Because that's a new face on the defense. Tony Jefferson. Is he a freshman? Jefferson. Jefferson. Yes, the freshman getting his first career interception on overall 66. Tony Jefferson. Of course, Marquise Scott almost had a pick, and he's a freshman too. Wow. Our secondary, we did a great job in recruiting, man. That feels so good. We did a fantastic job in recruiting because we lost 4 players in the secondary from a year ago, and we have reloaded, but with worse players, and yet they're playing better than the starters from last year, and they're worse, but they're playing better, and they're freshmen, so they're younger. Future is bright. The future is bright. Yeah, in 2018, I think we're going to play with Texas, with Sam Ellinger and Colin Johnson and little Jordan Humphrey. Because Texas went 10-4 that year, so you know they wouldn't be good again until 2023. So they would wait like a good 5 years or so, 5, 6 years, 7 years to get good again. Yeah, we're playing 2018 Texas. Disgusting. Disgusting, Norwood. Just demolishing Notre Dame, and it feels so good because Notre Dame has always been a pain. That's the slogan. Notre Dame is always a pain. They were a pain in the Florida State Dynasty. They've been a pain in the Michigan State Dynasty. They've forever been annoying. Especially in the Ohio State Dynasty, for sure they've been a pain. Yeah, Texas 2018. I think we'll play with Clemson 2018 as well. Well, that was Clemson 2018. That was the championship team with Trevor Lawrence. So I do want to play with Trevor Lawrence though. But like we would already do a season 3 from the 2015 continuation that we can't do both. Either we start clean with 2018 or we start a continuation on year 3 for Clemson. I still have to decide that. I'm gonna take off. Still gotta decide. Because we do season 3s, but we always start from like year 1. We never, you know, go past season 3. But I think we'll definitely. Well, we actually may save them for 2019. Oh, fumbled it, and Howard recovered it. Another turnover, and that ball's out. That ball had to be out. That ball had to be out. And it was, yes. Hager forcing it out, and Howard recovers. That's so rare. We never instantly recover fumbles like that. Never. Never. We never do. Petty. Hopefully we burn the clock. I mean, this game did not start good for us. We literally threw a pick, our second to third play of the game. They go down and score. We score, but then they throw another interception, and then they score. We have just obliterated Notre Dame. Of course, Kirk Herbstreit wasn't stupid. He wasn't on edibles or anything. He actually was sober-minded and chose us to win this game. And he would be more right if he picked me, but he never does, and he's always wrong because of it. Wow, what a turnover. The forced fumble. A Hager. Yeah, our defense is moving different. Even though we have worse players, the D-line has upgraded. Of course, our linebacking core has played great. Secondary is what's shocked. I thought we were going to be vulnerable day one in the secondary. I couldn't have been more wrong about my own team and my own players. Russell's quick. I like it. Russell is fast. Way faster than Petty. Yeah, the secondary is what's been the biggest surprise. I'm shocked at how well they've held up. Scott, Jefferson, like true freshmen making plays. True freshmen.
Loss of 3 yards on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 12.
Future is bright indeed. Of course, not, and again, a horrible passing game for Andrew Hendricks, the guitar player, who is not a football player. He doesn't belong anywhere on the field. Shocklin with breaking tackles. Looks like they're in a two-man under defense. I want to put up 49 just because it'll feel good. 1 point short of 50. It's a statement win. Against, again, a top 5 opponent. So that's 3 top 5 opponents in a row, or top 10, top 6 opponents in a row that we've just dismantled. Well, we didn't dismantle Oregon, but we beat. We dismantled Washington, but not in this fashion. Glenwood. See if we can score. 21 seconds left. Will be the final play of the game. Defense again, even better than we played against Washington. We held an opposing QB to a new season low passing yards, which is something I didn't think we would really accomplish until, well, I thought Mariota would be the new season low at just 89.
Smith brings him down.
That penalty is declined.
4 yards. That brings up 2nd and goal.
All the timeout because we're going to score in their face because I despise Notre Dame. I despise them, and this was a bloodbath. And that's going to be game. OU beats Iowa State. We're going to win this one. We played great on defense. We look like a brand new team on that side of the ball. We really do. And we had moments to be that dominant on defense a season ago, but just didn't show up enough. We look completely brand new. 119, 3 touchdowns for C. Strunk. Really, MVP is our defense collectively as a unit. We're the best we've ever been, and we took a huge step forward, which is something I really wanted, and I prayed for it. I wanted us to be good on that side of the ball. Looks like our defense has finally found the footing that I was hoping it to find. So let's take a look at Notre Dame stats first, because that's the less exciting one. 59 passing yards. I don't think we've ever held under Art Briles a team to just 59 passing yards. I thought our new season low as a record would be Mariota, who just at 89. We held Hendricks to 30 yards less than that. We sacked him 4 times. Again, we're getting sacks. We're completely negating the pass game. We're disrupting it. He threw an interception as well. Just 2 touchdowns, 10 for 15, 138.3 QBR. He did have 2 touchdowns, though. Long was 14. We sacked him 4 times, though. Just 19 yards per action. We did a way better job at defending the run than last game. Hendricks had negative 20. Martinez is just pathetic. Robinson had 16 and touchdown, 13 for Onwalu, 16 for Atkinson and a touchdown, just 14 for Precise. And then Petty was 19 for 26, 235, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 2 sacks. 73% complete percentage, 159 exactly QBR. Longs was 38, rushing, C-Strong 119, 3 touchdowns. Linwood had 37 and a touchdown. Penny had 10 and a touchdown. Penning had 73, 32 for Coleman, 38 for Goodley. Norwood had 36 and a touchdown. Rhodes had 39 and a touchdown, 9 for C-Strong, 8 for Allen. Defensively, Hager, again, leading the team in tackles for the second straight game. 5, 2 tackles for loss, or 3 tackles for loss, and 2 sacks for Bo Blackshear, who may be back for another season, which we would definitely want him to stay because he redshirted. Tackle for loss for Chapman. 2 sacks for Javonte McGee and 2 tackles for loss for McGee and a sack. Well, I hope he returns for one more year. A tackle for loss for Burt, 2 of them for Webb, and a sack for him, and an interception for the true freshman, Tony Jefferson, his rating should go up because he's only at overall 65. That's very low. Donald had tackle for loss as well. Quite great. So, no new news to report for recruiting. Just a letdown. We got Texas Tech, but that's for next episode. Our defensive coordinator, Jay Bateman, who was at Florida State with us in Dynasty, he's working his magic just like he did at Florida State. We got a different defensive coordinator. We're moving different. We're playing different. Game, you're a little late. Our first real test was Washington. That was our first real test. And then really our first actual real test was Oregon. We dominated them. So you're a little late. Texas Tech is 3-0, though. That's going to be for a future video. That's episode 2. Hope you enjoyed Baylor Dynasty Season 2, Episode 1. I'm trying to run it back with the Bears. Sick and Bears.